make sure that those who've committed these crimes can be stopped if they are trying to leave the territory. It is a terrible, terrible event that is upon us. Who are these terrorists? Who are these criminals? We must, in these harsh moments, think about the victims who are very numerous, for their families, for the wounded. We have to be compassionate and we have to be united and keep a cold head. France needs to be strong and the state needs to be strong. We will be. We also must call for everyone to be responsible. What the terrorists want is for us to be scared. There is something to be scared about, but in the face of terror, we have to be united, and we will vanquish these terrorists. French citizens, we have not finished the operations. There are some very difficult ones that we're dealing with right now in Paris. Please have faith in our security forces and that they can defend us from terrorism. Long live the Republic and long live France.
There to the French President François Hollande, a very brief announcement, as you can appreciate, because clearly they're in the middle of updates, and as he declared, a state of emergency has now been declared across France, that the borders have been closed until authorities can detain the perpetrators of these multiple attacks. Keeping in mind, people, that this is still very much an ongoing fluid situation. We understand that at least 40 people have been shot dead in a series of multiple attacks across the French capital. We also understand there were several explosions in and around Stade de France, if not inside. Joining me here in the studio is Pierre Conessart, a former official with the Defence Ministry. That is an extraordinary statement we've just heard from the French leader, which just leads you to believe just how serious the situation is.
Yeah, I would like you to pay attention to the fact that I was last week in jail with some Salafist jihadists who have been condemned or who are waiting for jail, and they are making a strong relationship between our military intervention in Syria and Iraq and what they are planning here. And that's a point which the French government and other Western government doesn't want to examine. I mean, they do think, those people think that this is a response to our military intervention there. And they are really convinced, as soon as they will be out of the jail, they will do it again. I mean, this is a very important point. We can organize all we want, Vigipirate, état d'urgence, etc., etc. But the relationship between our policy and the terrorist attack in the territory is very important.
Pierre Conessart, thank you for that. At this point, let me just bring in Marcus Carlson. Clearly, we've got a series of locations, unfolding situations. You've got a hostage-taking situation in Bataclan. We've heard there's also an additional location where shooting has broken out, that being Le Havre. Tell me what you've got.
Well, I thought it was interesting that the President did not talk about any fatalities. He did not say how many people may have been killed in these shootings and in these explosions. I'm guessing even the President at this stage simply doesn't know. That's something that I noted from François Hollande's statement. You're right, Annette, we're seeing a number of locations where there's activity here in the French capital this Friday evening. We're currently watching some live pictures from the location near the Bataclan concert hall, which is on Boulevard Voltaire in the 11th arrondissement. There is a hostage drama underway there at the Bataclan. We're getting reports of at least 100 people being inside that location under presumably a gun threat. And as you can see right there, there's a huge security presence on the ground, a lot of firemen there as well to take care of victims and to take care of casualties. We have been getting reports, or we are getting reports via Twitter, that several people actually managed to escape this hostage drama at the Bataclan concert hall. We've now changed location. We're now at Rue Charonne, which is another location where a shooting took place this Friday evening. Our reporter there, Haxi Myers, has spoken of at least 10 people being killed at that location, which isn't far away from the Bataclan. This location is essentially on the border between the 10th and 11th arrondissement of Paris. In addition to these locations, the Bataclan Concert Hall and Rue Charonne, there has also been events at Rue Bichat, which is in the 10th arrondissement of Paris. Our reporter there on the ground told us earlier that at least 5 people had been killed there. There's also talk of a shooting at Les Halles, which is a shopping centre at the very heart of Paris, in the centre of Paris, Les Halles, as I say. And finally, there have been reports of explosions at the Stade de France, which is the national stadium here in France, just essentially north of Paris in the suburb of Saint-Denis. So, as I say, Annette, we have reports of incidents at least 5 different locations inside the French capital and just outside at the Stade de France. Information still very much coming in, and the situation, especially at the Bataclan Concert Hall, is still very much fluid. As our viewers can see in these pictures, we're back at the Bataclan Concert Hall. As our viewers can see in these pictures, this is very much an active scene still, with firemen and ambulances currently moving into this area. Police as well, heavily present at Boulevard Voltaire in the 11th arrondissement.
And Emma James, you've been also scouring Twitter and other social media outlets, and what are you finding?
Well, looking at that situation at Bataclan,